Is releasing an album still relevant in 2024? And how I released my latest. Hi, how's it going? Releasing albums is actually a good thing. In the old days, we would have released an album first and then release singles off that album. This is not a sponsored video, although there is an affiliate link down below. I've been using DistroKid to release all my songs. Singles are the way to go these days. Spotify, Apple Music, and so on. It's always one song at a time. But personally, I love being able to release an album and to put the songs in an order that will allow the listener to really go somewhere with the music. What I've been trying to do is to release a single every month to 8 weeks, something like that, over the year. And when I got to 10, I put them all together in an album and released that. And I think you should do the same with your music. To this day, when I go to listen to somebody's new song, I look for the album and I listen to the whole record to see if there's anything else on the record that I would love to hear. For the album, the only thing I did differently on DistroKid is I left a legacy, which costs an extra 50 quid for an album, but what it does is it keeps the songs up no matter whether or not you continue paying for DistroKid in the future. The only thing I would do a little bit differently, instead of releasing all 10 songs, I would release 9 songs and have the 10th song as my 10th single. That way you can pitch to a playlist with the final song on the album. On this last album, I had already released all of them as singles, so I couldn't do that. From what I can tell, is a really good way of doing things. This last album of mine, Together Alone, has had a much more even distribution between the songs, and I've had about 20,000 or so streams so far. Whereas on the last album, I had one song that had 50,000 streams and the other ones had less. And to my amazement and gratitude, the album has been doing fantastically well in Japan. So I'd like to thank all my new Japanese friends for having listened to the album. This idea of releasing every month or so is a really good idea. Plus, it keeps you in front of people's eyes, you know. That's actually a very good thing. People don't listen to albums the way they used to in the old days. Releasing an album, it still holds something to me anyway. I like having an album of songs and then also being able to put them in an order and have them musically run into each other, have them musically say something with each other. And I really like that. And I remember as a kid sitting down and listening to the White Album in one sitting, the whole album, all 4 sides, or listening to The Wall, Dark Side of the Moon, Zoot Allures by Frank Zappa, or Frampton Comes Alive. All these albums were sort of designed to listen to in one sitting, so you could actually enjoy taking a trip with this music, letting the music take you places that only works by listening to an album as a whole. Good. And I think this thing about getting your music out every month or every 6 weeks, every 8 weeks, whatever you can actually do yourself, releasing as many songs as you can to keep yourself in the eyes of the listening public. I think it's a great idea. And then at the end of it all, put it all together into an album, sequence the songs the way you like, in a way that you feel gives a really good idea of what your music is about, and then put it out as an album. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you next week. Woohoo!